Right then, let's put together our League of Votann Kahl. I'm going to assume it's pronounced Kahl because there's an accent over it, and he looks like a Karl, to be quite honest, you know. Right, let's get going on this one. So it looks like quite a complex model with a lot of parts to go through. So let's start off by getting 4, 5 and 6 out. So there's number 5. And then 6, the other leg. And then number 4, where are you, number 4? There you are. I imagine this is going to be quite difficult to clean up because of how small it is, how small the parts are, to be quite honest. I don't think there should be any like parts are a particular risk of snapping. It's a small model, but it's not a fine model, is it? You know what? I think because so many Games Workshop models have very sharp parts while you're cleaning them up, I think we should I think we should start using thimbles. You know, like design a modern thimble for the active Warhammer or War Model Builder. Right. Let's see how this guy goes together then. So it seems very simple in the sense that they click up there, but you know, it feels like not exactly a good join, in all honesty. It doesn't feel right to me. So let's make sure that I let the part breathe properly after I put the glue on. Then we've got the other half over here, like so. Same again, let's just get that glue on and let it breathe a little bit as I lock it into place. So I suspect if I don't, it's just going to end up coming off. Right, let's get number 9 out. And number 8, which is a section of the cloak and a dagger. Okay, alright, this is probably going to be an horrible bit to fit on, isn't it? They always are, these little pieces, because sometimes they're not quite solid on their own without other pieces to stabilise them against. I keep realising I'm drifting my hand away here. I think I've set my camera too close to me and I'm normally a bit further back. Alright, let's find out how this goes on. So it goes up right. Oh, do you know what? No wonder this isn't working. I've missed number 7. I'm so used to certain push fit kits where you usually have to put little bits like that on before you push a back part on that my brain's just decided it would go the same way. let's pop that on. Yep, there we go, that's that part. Okay, Pippi and the backpack. Right, and let's see how this one pops on from here. So, here we go. It swings around the side like this. It's not exactly the best join by the look of it. Look, you have to kind of really push it in both sides, so just watch out for that. It's actually a bit naff as a point. Because look, if you just, or at least on my one, if you just put it straight on, it kind of separates out. God, I hate it when they do cloaks like this, because they always end up with gaps in them, and it bugs the H out of me. Okay, just hope that that doesn't split while I'm doing other things. Okay, so there's the core body anyway. It's coming along. Let's get 11 and 17 out, which is this Vulcanite Disintegrator. It really does look like a Horus Heresy weapon, that. I can't remember for the life of me what that weapon's called. Get part 11 out. So the good thing is here with number 11, you can add different guns to it. So you've got the what looks like a Storm Bolter as an alternative weapon. Okay, let's get this arm attached. So I'm going to assume, yeah, there's like a kind of natural sitting position for it. Sometimes arms can be moved around a little bit for freedom, but it just doesn't feel like it sits properly if you do it any other way. So it just basically sits in like that. Oh gosh, I've not cleaned that up well, have I? I can see it now. Go try that again, shall I? Right, I'm going to give that an opportunity to dry a bit before I try and attach the gun. Right, let's see what else in our little adventure here. We need number 19, which is... no, number 10, not number 19. So this part here, which is a very little part and probably very prone to snapping easily. So I'm just going to have to be very careful while I do this one. Okay, now where does this run? So it looks like it's running from the backpack here and around and up to there. Yeah, there we go, like so. Sometimes those little ones are horrible to work out how they exactly fit in. That one seems to be nice and easy. And around like that. Like so. Right, 23 and 24 now to get this big mass gauntlet, which is a Votann version of a power fist, obviously. Again, I'm looking at the actual design on it. Those kind of spikes, and it's very reminiscent of the kind of dots you might see on some older marks of Power Fist. I just love stuff like that. I love like how there's little bits of homage to earlier editions of Warhammer on these, while keeping them new and fresh. Okay, right, let's pop this gun arm on, gauntlet on now. More pointing outwards. Like so, and now I should be able to get this gun settled as well. So I get it just right. Oh gosh, ow, that's not good. Come on, where you're supposed to go on. There we go. Got them in the end. Okay, now we need to get number 20, which is one of the shoulder guards. And also pick a head. So I think I do like this one here. One where I can see the earpiece properly. That looks good. Little shoulder guard, which again I like that it's not just a huge bulked out over designed Space Marine style shoulder guard. I know they look iconic on Space Marines, but on these they would just look ridiculous, wouldn't they? Okay. Give him the right look, pointing down the arm. Got to get that head in just the right place. At least you've got a bit of freedom about where you move the head to. We want it looking in the direction of the arm without it being too over here, so that's about right. Could just imagine having like a little dome over this, couldn't you? A little plastic dome as well. Okay, number 16 now was 16. I need to read up on the lore of this to see what it is. Is it like the Votann version of, say, like a general, or is it a captain? Again, just kind of knowing the little bits of lore would make me happy. Where does this actually go on? So, seems like it's supposed to be hooking over, just not too far. Yeah, the actual positioning on the backpack is not, like, it doesn't have a natural clip-in area, would be one way to describe it. Closest I can work out is probably about here. Trying to have a look actually on the 360 view of the miniature to see if I can get a good idea. It seems to be a lot further over. So not too far on, but still far enough. So that it's like this. That's how it seems to go. Also seems to, when you do that, it just seems to be too far on. I'm going to pop it a bit further back so that it doesn't seem to be right up against the head. Like that, just so then there's a little bit of gap to make painting easier. So right, where are we up to now? I think as well you've also got this one here as a potential alternative to that. So if you want something a bit grander, that one can be an alternative. Right, now the actual base, which is number 1. And at number 2, and we are coming to the end of this, aren't we? So, not a long build, quite a simple build. Actually, it's the Hearthkin I'm not looking forward to because I suspect they're going to be a very long-winded build with very specific parts for very specific models. I suspect that they're going to be an absolute pain. Because you won't be able to batch build them, you have to build each one individually. I prefer a bit of batch building on like troops. I like it to be quicker process, and when you can't batch build, it can take so long to get everything done. It's always easier if you can just build the bodies, build the torsos like that, one little bit each time. Right, let me make sure I'm getting this on right. So, got this one, like that. And then this part. Let's work out where those. So it's definitely this way for the lift, isn't it? Yeah. So if that's the lift, then God, I hate horrible bits like this where how they go together isn't quite obvious. There we go. I think that's how we're getting it. Like so, with the grain of the rock pointing upwards. Like so. Now, sticking to my fingers now. Get this part in to the base. Oh, I've missed a bit. Where's number 3? Let's make sure I'm getting that part on as well. Don't want to miss that part off. Seems to click into there somewhere. Let's check this. God, I hate a weird bit that doesn't connect logically. There we go, like so. So it wraps around. Okay, there we go. We have got ourselves a League of Votann Kahl. Say hello, Kahl. Right. Like so. I'm not going to glue him because I think it's going to make painting easier if I don't glue him on. But there we go. That is our League of Votann Kahl. Thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe, and I'll see you for the next video.